I was working with a member of the royal family. We got to the part where he would stand up to practice delivering his speech. And so he began. At about 30 seconds, I was like, "Stop, stop, stop. What are you doing?" "What?" he responds. "What are you doing with your hands?" I quizzed. He said that he had gone to public speaking courses in the past, and they had told him that he should have his hands come together in front of him to form a triangle. Yes, I confirmed and continued. "It's called a steeple. It's a power pose." "So why did you stop me?" he asked. Understand that as an advisor to world leaders, I get paid to 1. Be honest, and 2. Get results. So my answer was, because you look like an ass. It looks fake. People can read right through it. The steeple may be a power pose, but it needs to be timely. And most important of all, it needs to be authentic. Don't just stand there holding the position. You look awkward. You feel awkward. Heck, you are awkward. My advice to him is what I want to share with you here. When it comes to speaking, find your normal stance and gestures. Don't go with outdated shit. Don't go with stuff you've seen randomly on the internet. Don't go with things that you've seen other people do. Don't pick up tricks and tips taught in books and classes that say that this is a power pose and that is a power pose and this is this and that is that. And you should, what's a power pose for one person will most probably make you look like a gimp. You will come across as awkward and fake, and your audience, they can read and feel right through it. Your posture and gestures must be in line with who you are and the context of your talk. Your gestures are designed to help you deliver your message with impact, but they must be done naturally and with purpose. Consider your gestures as sign language. It should be in line with the message you're delivering. It should help add color to the pictures you're painting with your words. Don't flap around your arms like you're having a seizure or attempting to kill 3 flies with one swoop. Your hands should move only when a point is being made. If you're saying that something is big, ensure that your gestures reflect big. If it's tall, show it. If it's slow, fast, show it. If you want to give the audience the feeling of inclusiveness, you can use your arms to bring them in. If it's small, show it. If it's rising, show it. If you're sharing bullet points, then you can use your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've seen someone use 1, 2, 3, 4, and to you it just sounds awkward and doesn't seem normal, you don't need to do this. You can stick to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not talking rocket science here. We're talking about being conscious to realize that these gestures add impact to what you're saying when it looks natural and authentic to you. If you're asking, Kev, well, what's a good base position? If I can't do this, and if I can't do this, and if I can't do that, what's a good base position? Generally speaking, for most people, perhaps including yourself, a great position and stance would be having open arms, open hands, and your elbows bent at 90 degrees. This shows openness, and it's quite a relaxed, you're not making anything up. It's just a very relaxed stance. From here, you can then go into your gestures as you need to when you're making a point. Take a few gestures from the likes of presidents and great orators. See which one works for you, which one suits your personality, and then use them as part of your repertoire. If you try Obama's famous C, and if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, drop it. I can't stress this enough. Gestures are important, but it must look natural to you and in line with the message you are delivering. One that helps you deliver your message with impact while being authentic. This way, you will look relaxed, you will feel relaxed, and you will actually be relaxed. Your audience will also know that you're real. That's when they will actually listen to what you have to say.